This is the plaintiff, Jeffrey Doherty. He says he and the defendant, his ex, entered a sweepstakes, and wonder of wonders, they won the grand prize. It was an all-expense-paid trip to the NFL Pro Bowl game in Hawaii, some iPhones and gift bags. He offered to let the defendant go on the trip with her new boyfriend if he could keep the other stuff, but the defendant decided right then and there she was going to take everything, give him nothing. Well, that's just not fair. He's suing for $600, his due. This is the defendant, Michelle Stover. She says the plaintiff was already her ex when he entered the sweepstakes by illegally logging onto her cell phone account and entering her into the contest. After she won, the plaintiff immediately wanted in on the winnings, and when he discovered she had no intention of taking him on the trip, he filed this ridiculous lawsuit. Give him half the prize? No way. She's accused of not sharing with an ex. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,000 for harassment.
You got it?
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Jeffrey Doherty?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing your former girlfriend, Michelle, and the mother of your child, Michelle Stover?
Correct.
For $600 that you feel she owes you as part of a prize that she won, that you feel that she needs to share with you, and you are counterclaiming against him $2,000 for harassment. I can't wait. Talk to me.
All right, Judge. Back in March, I went to the Verizon store to get some work done on my phone. And as usual, I enter a lot of different stuff just for the heck of it, to try it out and see if I win. So I went ahead and entered my name in there.
Are you lucky?
Not usually. I was lucky with my beautiful daughter.
Okay,
so,
no,
that's good.
You're blessed, but I mean, do you win stuff? Or
no, I do occasionally, so I'm all right. So actually, I always do it.
But you increase your odds every time you...
and what the heck? So I threw it in there, and I threw Michelle's name in there, I'm thinking, okay.
Were you alone at the Verizon store? Or were you
I was actually with my sister, I call her my sister, my best friend. And
did you put her name in?
I put her name in also, but she didn't win. But
okay.
So what happened is I went on my way and decided, okay, cool, no big deal. Not thinking anything of it.
Were you dating at the time?
We were on and off again. We've been on and off again for about the last year.
Why are you shaking your head?
We haven't been dating for 2 years.
Well, according to you, you guys just broke up, and according to you, you haven't dated for 2 years.
He's lying.
Well, were you on and off again?
We have a daughter together. We spent time together, but we have not
No, there's a distinction between that guy's my ex of 2 years.
He's been my ex for 2 years.
Right, okay, but are you on and off again?
No.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's where he's getting that impression?
Well,
you weren't saying that the other night.
Okay, I got a feeling from your look that he's right.
Not the other night.
That perhaps, maybe not the other night, but that perhaps these occasional indiscretions are what's leading him on to think that you're sort of still together.
No, he's made it very clear we're not together.
He's made it, or you've made it?
He has.
And
I have text messages saying so.
Okay, whose choice was that, by the way?
It was his.
It was his choice.
It was his choice to move out.
He appears to have a problem dealing with it, though.
He does.
It looks like he wants you back.
It seems so.
He certainly wants your winnings, and we'll talk about that in a second.
He absolutely does, yes.
But he sounds like he sort of wants you back.
I get that impression myself, but it's not going to happen.
Okay. All right. So in any event, here's what happens. Somebody ends up winning, and it's not you, but apparently it's her.
Well, according to, I spoke with Verizon. The reason why they called me is because I put my number down. And so actually it was both of us that would have won. But the fact is that she is the primary account holder. So as the primary account holder, she's the one that's...
Whose name did they pull out of a bag? Michelle's, right? Okay, then the piece of paper that had her name only had her name.
That's correct.
Just that it had your phone number.
That's correct. Now the thing is that when they called me, they said, well, she's got to let us know within 24 hours or she forfeits the prize.
And what was the prize?
The prize was 5 days, 4 nights in Hawaii, or 4 days, 5 nights, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
And all expenses paid.
It's not just a free cappuccino?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's serious.
And tickets to the Pro Bowl.
Tickets
so she got
to
to go
the
to the
Pro Bowl,
the signing party, all expenses paid, a new phone, $250, a bunch of stuff.
Oh, there's just no justice.
And when I first talked to her, it was like, okay, hey, I got to work, so you can take the trip. She's got a new trucker boyfriend. Hey, that's cool. You go on your trip.
You go on the trip?
No, she was going to go on the trip, but I was going to take the the phone, the cash.
Well, no, back it up. So you call her and you say, guess what?
Well, she didn't believe me at first because she thinks I was full of, whatever.
She thought you were just trying to...
Yeah, no, pull her leg. And I'm like, seriously, they called me. They said, hey, I called the number. They said, yeah. I said, so here's the number. Give him a call.
You did think he was just pulling your leg, didn't you?
Oh, I figured it was another Jeff deal, which is there's always a catch.
Yeah.
So when you call Verizon and you find out that it's for realsies, what'd you do?
I called my friend Mitch and said, you want to go to Hawaii?
Mitch is a trucker?
Yes.
That's your new squeeze.
Well, no, we're just friends.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you ask him, do you want to go to Hawaii? You had to plan this trip in how fast a time?
2 weeks.
Wow. And you have a baby that's how old?
3.5.
3.5 years old?
Yeah.
Do you want to see a picture?
When he calls you and he tells you this, is he wheeling dealing trying to get the...
Well, first he wanted me to go to Hawaii with him, and I said, there's no way in hell I'm spending 5 days in Hawaii with you.
Okay.
Then he wanted me to sell it. Then he wanted me to give him the phone, the cash, and a gift bag.
How much cash was it?
$250.
And then a phone?
A new phone.
Uh-huh.
$250 is a gift card. $125 Verizon Wireless gift card. 2 NFL gift bags.
What was it? What was in the NFL gift bag?
A football, a beach towel, and a Pro Bowl hat inside a cute bag that's a cooler.
Okay, so go on.
And then the tickets to Hawaii, the Pro Bowl, the tailgate party.
So he wanted you. What are you saying when he keeps saying, "Okay, I'll take this. Okay, I'll take that"? What are you saying?
I said maybe, and then once I thought about it, I even have text messages where I told him, if you continue to be I'm not giving you anything.
And how, pray tell, was he acting like you said?
It's just it's his nature. You know.
What? What was he doing?
He was calling me names, telling me I better.
Because you weren't giving him.
Correct.
Okay.
Because I wasn't giving him anything.
So you tell him, if you don't stop acting like this, I'm not going to give you anything. But then either way, you just decided that he should.
Yeah, I decided that, it came down for it. He wanted the phone, the cash, and the gift bag. Then he wanted the cash and the gift bag. Then he wanted just the gift bag. And
oh my God, he was willing to settle for a towel and a football.
But he doesn't watch football.
I understand. I just have a question for you, seriously. Sure. Do you feel absolutely no sense of obligation of any kind?
None.
Since he's the guy. I mean, you didn't even enter this contest yourself. He's the one who put your name in.
Lucky me. I have no obligation to him.
None at all? You don't feel
None.
even a teeny weeny little bit like, what was the word she used? You don't feel like just a tiny little bit, like if it weren't for him, you wouldn't have gotten this trip to Hawaii, that maybe like you ought to bring him back a macadamia nut or something? Absolutely nothing, nothing, nothing?
I wouldn't even send him a postcard.
Really? Why do you hate him so much?
It's been years of verbal abuse, nastiness. I'm just done.
How long were you guys together?
5 years, I guess.
So now, let me ask you something. Regardless of what I might have done under similar circumstances, for someone who had actually put my name in, because Lord knows, if I was your ex, you would probably have some cash cards, a telephone, and some gift bags. Regardless of what I might feel was the appropriate thing to do, how legally does she have an obligation to give you any part of winnings when you were really nice? You put her name in for a contest, put your ex's name in for a contest. Who does that? So you do that. And not only that, let me put your hand down and listen up, because you're sort of acting like a witch.
Sorry.
Okay. What would legally obligate her to share her winnings with you?
I think it was
when at the time, because see, really, it's a contracts case when you get right down to it. And in a contracts case, what you're saying is she obligated herself to have strings attached, and she didn't abide by the strings that she agreed to attach. And really, there is no string attached, because the day that you put her name in, you put it in with no strings attached. Nobody thinks they're going to win. You're just doing it. But how is it now that legally you have the right to go into a court of law and demand your rights under some legal theory? What is your legal theory?
Well, it's a verbal contract. She even said, she even agreed that I should get some of the stuff, and then she decided later on that she was going to change that.
Hold on. So there's two different times that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. At the time you hand in her name, there's no verbal contract.
Absolutely.
None. No obligation whatsoever. So what you're saying is, Judge, she made me a promise later. Mm-hmm. Okay. And she's not abiding by her promise. I'm going to assume, for the sake of argument, that absolutely happened. There wasn't a maybe, it was a yes. I'm going to give you the. What detrimental reliance did you have on that promise? Because in order to make a promise a contract, you have to have done something in reliance upon that promise that is detrimental to you. In other words, if Douglas looks at me and says, I'm going to give you $1 million, okay? Or if I win the lottery, I'm going to give you $1 million. Or he just makes me some promise like that. If I now start, like if I rent a bigger apartment, if I do stuff in reliance on getting those winnings, okay, that's one thing. That shows that you really did rely on that promise and did something to your detriment. But if I just say, cool, and then when he wins the lottery, I say, where's my hat? Okay, I have to be able to show that there was some reliance. What was your reliance, other than feeling you were going to get a gift bag or some money or a phone?
There isn't really. It's just a person's, it's a mutual agreement between two people. I mean, her DirecTV is still under my name. My phones are still together. We have a lot of stuff that are still intertwined.
Oh, it's time, guys.
It's really difficult because we have a 3-year-old and she's such a beautiful girl. I mean, I do appreciate Michelle for everything she does. I still have a lot of love for her. I'm not in love with her.
I know.
But I will always have love with her as my, daughter's mother. And I just think it's any self-respecting person would have said, hey, you know what?
I agree.
Here's a token.
I agree. I don't think that you are what she called you. I think she's acting like what she called you. I'm serious. I think you are.
Wait till you see the text messages that he sends me.
Hand them over.
Okay, so if she agreed after the fact to give him the iPhone, is she stuck?
I think ethically, yes.
Legally, what do you think?
Probably not.
Ma'am?
I think she should give him the iPhone because she said she would, so.
But this happened after the fact. You understand what I'm saying? It happened after she won.
I think she should still give it to him.
Why?
Because the promise is a promise.
What if it was $1 million? Would it change your mind?
Yeah, maybe.
So it's all about the price. I got it. Oh, at least you're honest. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
You have a counterclaim against him for $2,000 for what?
For harassment, Your Honor, for the constant phone calls, text messages, the name calling, the threatening to have my truck stolen, threatening, to do everything in his power to ruin my life.
Just scroll up and down?
Yeah,
Yes.
and this one too.
2?
Yeah, but this is my old phone. He's actually getting this phone. He is getting something out of this.
I wouldn't look at the
Why is he
pictures on there if I were you.
getting that?
Because he wants it.
I wouldn't look at the pictures on there, though.
No, we're not.
I wouldn't look at the pictures on there. How do you know what
please.
pictures she has on there?
Because every time he's come to my house, if I leave my phone sitting there, he gets on it and checks my messages with my
please.
friends and my pictures. And
Oh my God, I thought you were going to stop. Mitch didn't do anything, just stop. I lied, I'm going to get even. You know I always get even. I will never be violent to you or Haley. Is that your daughter?
That's
Yes.
my daughter.
But the rest is game on.
Yeah.
What rest? Hey, you should have given me the stuff. You're contradicting yourself. You're going to leave me alone, but get even? Which is it? You never know. I take personal stuff pretty serious. You just want to keep it up, stupid chick. All right, guys. What's the harassment that
On the
your
other
ex-husband
phone
texts you? That's it? That's harassment? That's
Well,
worth $2,000?
the other phone-
What do you think this is, another sweepstakes for you?
no, absolutely not, Your Honor. I want it to end, and it's it's constant. This one is going to be a little bit more.
If you want it to end, why don't you just not answer him? Because you answer him every stinking time.
Well, not every time, but if you go from the beginning, you'll see all the various name calling. It's constant.
What is he referring to when he says just people are messed up doesn't mean I have to be? What is he referring to?
But he was saying that I was.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's why you want $2,000?
No, it's just.
What merits $2,000?
Well,
And
it's not
that's the fact that someone irritates you is not a lawsuit. So for you to be claiming $2,000, I need to hear
No,
something.
it's the constant stress of worrying, what he's going to do to me next. I mean, he's threatened.
What do you mean? What he's going to do?
Well, he's threatened to have my vehicle stolen.
Has anything ever happened to any of your property?
well-
Do you have the vehicle stolen in any of the texts?
No, that was verbal. There's I'm going to do everything.
I mean, I see in the text where he says you just never know because he's
Right.
trying to worry you because he's mad, which is wrong, and you
he's
better
gonna
watch
do
out
everything
because
in his power to ruin my life. And I mean, it's constant stress from this man. Every time the phone rings, every time I get a text message from him, it's just constant. I've had to change the locks on my door. I didn't lock my door for 10 years. And since he's moved out, I have to lock my doors because I never know when he's just going to show up
Welcome to the
and
rest
walk
of our
in.
world. He says to you, I'm just offering you an olive branch, and you say to him, no, you're asking me to do your laundry. What was that referring to?
He had left clothes at my
really?
house.
I thought that was a metaphor.
No.
He actually asked you to do,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm done. Here. See, you people have a very strange ex relationship. If it works for you, that's the only thing that matters. If it works for Hallie, that's really the only thing that matters. Okay? Because there's no question you both love her and you want to be the best co-parents you can. No matter what has happened between you, you are going to be co-parents for eternity. It doesn't end when she's 21. It doesn't. Because then, hopefully, she will move on. She will meet somebody. She will have a wedding. The both of you will dance at it. She will have children. The both of you will go to the children's parties. Right? So, on some level, you have to find this comfortable place where you can get along. Now, no matter how I would have behaved differently, my job as I sit here with a robe is to decide what is legally required. What I think is, like, not nice is not of any moment here. It's only what is legally required. She's not legally required to share her earnings with you, okay? Now, I think it's lovely that you keep entering her in sweepstakes, but just as a matter of your sanity, all right, since it's very clear that she has no intention of ever sharing anything with you and that she doesn't play well with others, perhaps hers is not a name you should keep putting in there. But here's the thing. If, in fact, you want more from her than she's capable of giving, then don't set yourself up. And that is a metaphor. I'm not just talking about the sweepstakes. Okay? If you guys are separate and she has moved on, you also need to move on. And you need to only expect that which you have a right to expect, which is effective co-parenting. All right? And it probably isn't the best idea to continue to put her name in these things because it's, unless you're willing to do it without strings attached. Right. If you still have strings attached to whatever contact you have with her in any way, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. All right, as far as your lawsuit against her, my verdict is 0. As far as your harassment claim against him, my verdict is also 0. I wish you both good luck, although it sounds like you've already got it.
All right.
Well, not really, because you'd be winning if you had it.
Hold on there.
Well, he wins the sweepstakes in someone else's name. He doesn't get anything out of it. What's your feeling on the ruling here?
You know, it's just too bad. And you think that everybody in general has a kind heart and that a normal person would say, hey, here's a little bit. But some people are just truly ugly inside. And that's the way the world is.
Well, you're talking about the mom of your beautiful daughter.
Oh, I have a beautiful daughter, and I love that.
You seem to have feelings for her still, too.
Well, no. For my daughter, yes.
For the defendant.
Oh, for the defendant? No. That's like a cheeseburger that's gone too old.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to still enter her name in sweepstakes?
No.
Or whose name are you going to enter from now on?
Mine and my friends. You know, the girls are always there.
All right, good luck then.
Thank you.
Good luck, Ed. All right, head right around this way. Okay, so that's still Dad right there,
yes, it is.
Of that beautiful girl.
Yes.
So what can you do to lower the temperature there and co-parent with him?
You know, that's all I want to do is co-parent with him. I just want the rest of it to stop. You know, I just don't want to be his friend. I don't want to be his enemy. I just want to take care of our daughter, and that's it.
Why wouldn't you share a little bit of what the winnings are with him? Just a little.
Because he was constantly harassing me about it, calling me very horrible names, and just wouldn't stop. So I just decided...
Well, you think that's going to stop?
No.
Harvey?
Okay, so the moral to this story is that when you make a deal with somebody, you have to make the deal before everything transpires. You can't do it after the fact and try to go back in time. It just doesn't work that way. And by the way, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we will see you next time.